Hi, welcome back to Jason's History. Today, you're going to get your brain cells back. We're breaking down the Return of Great Powers by Jim Shudo. Not just what it's about, but how it's written, its language, its structure, and why Shudo makes the choices he does. By the end of this video, you'll understand how Shudo builds his argument, what techniques he uses to keep readers engaged, and how his writing reflects the urgency of the global moment we live in. First, let's clarify the purpose of the Return of Great Powers. Shudo's main argument is that we are entering a new era of geopolitical rivalry, a great power competition, if you will, involving the United States, China, Russia, and other major states. He argues that the U.S. can no longer assume uncontested dominance, and that understanding these new rivalries is essential for shaping policy and protecting democratic values. This purpose shapes both the language and structure of the book. Next, Shudo uses urgent and accessible language, not dense academic jargon. This is key because he wants both policymakers and the general public to understand the stakes. Let me offer you a few examples. He often uses short, punchy sentences to emphasize urgency. For example, when describing Chinese aggression in the South China Sea, he writes in a clipped, direct style, mirroring the suddenness of military confrontations. He uses concrete, vivid details, like quoting military officials or describing the atmosphere in tense diplomatic meetings, to bring abstract concepts like balance of power. His tone is often cautionary but not alarmist. He wants to warn, not panic. Words like contest, challenge, and competition appear often because they convey seriousness without spiraling into fear-mongering. Now let's look at the structure of the book. Shudo organizes the chapters around case studies: Russia's invasion of Ukraine, China's military buildup, U.S. alliances in Europe and Asia, etc. This case-based structure allows him to 1. Focus deeply on one issue at a time, giving the reader clarity, and 2. Build a cumulative argument. By layering case after case after case, he shows patterns across different regions and actors. In one chapter, he might focus on China's economic influence in Africa, showing how infrastructure loans turn into geopolitical leverage. In another, he analyzes Russia's cyber attacks on Western elections. The different tools, same pattern, great power competition playing out on multiple fronts. Another smart structural choice, Shudo frames current events by connecting them to historical patterns. He often refers back to the Cold War on the 19th century, or the 19th century great game between empires. Why? So this is because it helps readers understand the stakes, that this isn't just a temporary spat, it's part of a long historical cycle. And it also gives readers mental models. For example, if you know about the Cold War, you can better grasp concepts like deterrence, proxy conflicts, or spheres of influence. Shudo doesn't just present his own analysis, he brings in voices: military officials, diplomats, intelligence officers, scholars, etc. This both adds credibility and adds diversity of perspective. So why does Shudo make these language and structure choices? He does this because he's trying to bridge the gap between urgent geopolitical realities and public understanding. If he wrote like an academic, he'd lose general readers. If he only gave surface level reporting, he'd miss the big picture patterns. By combining urgent, vivid language with a layered case study structure, Shudo ensures his message comes across clearly, credibly, and compellingly. So, to sum up, Shudo's language is urgent, accessible, and vivid. His structure builds a layered cumulative argument through case studies and historical framing. These choices help him reach both expert and general audiences, making sure the stakes of great power competition are understood.